वयाच्या 16व्या वर्षी सुसंस्कृत स्वराज्य स्थापनेची प्रतिज्ञा करून ती पूर्णत्वात आणणारे आणि पूर्णत्वात आणल्यानंतर छत्रपती ही बिरुदावली करून राज्याभिषेक करून घेतलेल्या प्रजापालक ज्यांचे पदस्पर्शाने सारा सह्याद्री पवित्र झाला. आज ही 350 वर्षानंतर ज्यांच्या नुसत्या नावाने किंवा नावाचा उच्चार जरी केला तरी प्रत्येकाच्या शरीरातील रक्त हे सळसळून निघतं आणि आपसुकपणे मुखातून शब्द निघतात, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, हर हर महादेव. ही गर्जना आपसुकपणे येते. अशा या जाणता राजा, या जाणत्या राजाच्या पवित्र आत्म्याला वंदन करून कार्यक्रमाची सुरुवात करूया. आजचा सुयोग असा आहे की महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ बहारीन कार्यकारिणी समिती 2019-2020 शिवाजी महाराज अमेरिकन परिवार यांच्या संयुक्त उपक्रमाने भारतीय स्वातंत्र्य दिनाच्या पूर्वसंध्येला एक वैचारिक कार्यक्रम आपण घेऊन येत आहोत. कार्यक्रमाचं स्वरूप असं असेल: श्री गजानन खोलगडे जी.के. अध्यक्ष, महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ बहारीन कार्यकारिणी समिती 2019-20. हे श्री विजय पाटील साहेब, प्रवर्तक शिवाजी महाराज अमेरिकन परिवार, यांचा थोडक्यात परिचय करून देतील. त्याच्यानंतर श्री पाटील साहेब हे छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांचे शासकीय व प्रशासकीय कुशलता आणि त्याचा आजच्या 21व्या शतकातील होणारा उपयोग आणि त्याचे परिणाम ह्याच्याबद्दल मार्गदर्शन करतील. आता मी श्री गजानन खोलगडे यांच्याकडे कार्यक्रमाची सूत्र देतो. श्री गजानन खोलगडे.
नमस्कार राजूजी. मी गजानन विश्वनाथ खोलगडे जी.के. अध्यक्ष, महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ बहरीन व कार्यकारिणी 2019-2020 तर्फे आपण सर्वांचे या फेसबुक लाईव्ह मध्ये स्वागत करतो. भारतीय स्वातंत्र्य दिनाचे पूर्वसंध्येला आम्ही महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ बहरीन व शिवाजी महाराज अमेरिका परिवार एक वैचारिक प्रबोधनवर कार्यक्रम घेऊन आलो आहोत. श्री विजय पाटील हे शिवाजी महाराज अमेरिका परिवाराचे संस्थापक आहेत. शिवशाही छत्रपती इतिहासाचे अभ्यासक आहे. आज छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज यांचे मॅनेजमेंट कौशल्य व नियोजन यावर मार्गदर्शन करीत आहे. हा आगळा वेगळा कार्यक्रम सर्वांना आवडेल असे गृहीत धरून कार्यक्रम श्री विजय पाटील यांच्याकडे सुपूर्द करतो व कार्यक्रम सुरू करण्याची मी त्यांना विनंती करतो. विजय पाटील जी.
Thank you, everyone. I'll start with a brief disclaimer that SMAP is a non-profit, non-religious, and non-political organization. The discussion we're going to have here, the views that will be expressed will be the views of the speakers and not the views of the organization they represent. Bhavani, Jai Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai. Today we are here.
Jai Shivaji Maharaj.
Yeah, great. Today we are here to celebrate or talk about Independence Day. So wish you all a very happy Independence Day, 74th Independence Day of India. But the journey of independence started almost 400 years ago. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj laid the journey of establishing Swaraj. It's a democracy. It's a guided democracy. The first effort started by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj nearly 380, 390 years ago. So today we'll focus on four main topics. I will try to be brief, and after 20-25 minutes, we will start some question answers, and that would be the event for today. First one, I'll talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, why Maharaj has been such an inspiration for centuries, nearly 4 centuries now. Talk about the management skills that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has demonstrated nearly 400 years ago. We'll highlight goals of SMAP, Shivaji Maharaj America Parivar, and then as I mentioned, we'll get into Q&A after that. So all of us know Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj as a great warrior. There is absolutely no doubt. There's absolutely no lack of information on that topic. You see a lot of books, a lot of history books, a lot of literature that talks about the heroic acts of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, how bold he was, how he led the team. What Lace talked about is his entrepreneurship skills. I think in my mind, he was one of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time to provide the dream of Hindavi Swaraj to all the people in the kingdom, and literally empowered everyone. That's a true story of entrepreneurship. He was a motivator. He still has been motivating us for 400 years now. Charismatic, no question about it. Visionary, as you all know, the things he has done, they are ahead of his time back 400 years ago. A strategist, he was probably one of the greatest strategists in terms of starting something from a very small 3-4 people and taking this to a really high level, a huge Hindavi Swaraj expansion. That cannot happen without a very solid strategic outlook, strategic analysis. And then the most important thing is he formed Hindavi Swaraj, which is the concept of democracy. It was started well before the democratic society we have today, Western America and other Western countries. But probably 100 years before that, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj established a society where there was liberty, equality, justice for all, regardless of where you come from, male, female, religion, those things didn't matter. Caste differences did not matter. What mattered is individual merit. If you have individual merit and determination and work hard towards it, you will succeed. And that's a society that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj built, as I mentioned, 400 years ago. So the thing that's a little odd about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his literature is we still haven't done our part. We have not told the stories of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj enough to people around us. What you see here on the page is the number of books on Napoleon Bonaparte. As you all know, Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the greatest military general of all time, as some people describe him. And there are 3 lakh pustaka, 300,000 books are written on Napoleon Bonaparte. Compared to that, I think we have to do our part. We have to start telling of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj stories, life stories, lessons from different activities, events, muhims to all our friends in America, around the world, and our next generation in India. That needs to happen. And as I mentioned, we need to do a lot on our side to promote that adarshya that we have. And then finally, this is where on this slide, I'll spend probably 10-15 minutes here. This is the main topic of today, management skills, right? So management skills is a pretty broad topic. There are thousands of authors, thousands of researchers who have their own way of describing what are the top management skills. So instead of following any particular philosopher, mostly you'll see them in a Western society. They do a lot of research and say these management skills are important. Instead of following any particular one, I basically thought, let me use SHRM. which is Society for Human Resource Management, that has 115 million employees that they combined manage through part of the society network. Huge organization that probably more than 165 countries. That's not a small number. So what they did is they did a survey of all seasoned managers around the world, and then described the top 10 management skills that most of the managers said are important. And as you can imagine, they have almost 300,000, 3 lakh plus members in the society. So instead of using one particular philosopher, we said, let's use the list that most of the managers around the world are saying what is important to demonstrate a good management skill. So I'm going to use history, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his life stories to describe them in the context of this 10 management skills that you see on the screen. But before we get there, just want to make sure we all understand what are we managing here? What is the product, right? Who are the customers? Because unless you know what's being managed, what customer base we are appealing to, it's hard to put yourself into the context of this management skills. The management, or what's being managed here, is a people's kingdom. Raitecha Raja, we call that Raitecha Raja. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj said, this kingdom belongs to Rayat. I'm just the custodian or the caretaker of this government to make sure that we're providing proper infrastructure to everybody. So what's being managed here is the kingdom of people that's being managed. And what's the product? The product is dream of Swaraj. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj just created this dream of Swaraj and gave that dream to everyone in the society. And who are the customers? Rayat. This is not targeted to any particular king, kingdom, or family, or caste, or religion. This is all about, as a Rayat, ordinary people in the society, you are our customers. I'm going to give you the dream of Swaraj, establishing your own kingdom. It's not a kingdom who's managing you, it's you are managing yourself. This is the concept that you see in modern society as well. We all are empowered to do things that we all think are right for the society. So on that context, the first and foremost skill that you see is relationship. It's about building relationship and nurturing those relationship. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and the entire Shiv Shahi after that, all the way up to Peshwas, have done a wonderful job in building the relationship with the Rayat, which is the core Maule. Relationship ki all these Maules were empowered to sacrifice their life for the greater cause of the Swaraj. So building relationship is number one, and on that aspect, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had demonstrated a skill that is remarkable. Setting up priorities is really important, and the priority that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had set for the kingdom, as I said, people's kingdom, was safety, security of all the people. Whether you're a man or woman or male, female, from different religion, doesn't matter. If you are part of the Swaraj, we assure you a safe and secure environment, and that's our priority number one. And to make that a priority number one, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has defended all the forces around him to provide that freedom and safety, security to all its people. Decision making, this is the number 3 skill for any successful manager. The process involves 4 different steps in decision making. Generally, right? There's no formula here, but generally there are 4 different steps. One is, in order to make any decision, first thing you do is you create a good data. You create information that you need. You analyze the data, establish alternatives from that, and then you make a decision. Once the decision is made, you execute the decision, and then after execution, you review if the decision was correct or not. And all this technique, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has used really well in all the mohims that they did. There were, most of the mohims that were successful. There were some mohims where you, unfortunately, got set back. You learn from it, and then improve and move on to the next level. Communication is the number 4 skill, and the communication, I define communication as 3 different areas. The communication has to be concise, complete, and clear. This is really important, especially in the context of a very limited budget. In Swaraj, when you have hardly any money, you are a few people who are trying to do great things for the society, but don't have any resources, especially not as much resources that you see for the kingdoms around you. And despite that, how do you succeed? The only way you can succeed is communicating your vision, communicating your strategy in a very clear, concise, and complete way to your people. Guerrilla warfare is one of the examples of it. There's absolutely no error for communication gap. You just cannot say, I told you to do this, and somebody says, oh, I misunderstood. And when you do that, it is just sign for failure. You just cannot succeed if you have communication gaps when you're operating on a very small budget and doing great things that are unimaginable in most of the cases. Stakeholder management, I'm sure people who are in technology world today understand the value of stakeholder management, identifying who are my key stakeholders and understanding their needs. Because one of the stakeholders could literally create issues with a project, and especially it's a conflict of interest. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj eliminated the concept of Jahagiri, which basically said there's one centralized power that's taking care of everybody. There's no reason for you to have decentralized areas where you have your own interest, not to pay taxes to the government and you become rich in between, and that's just not a winning concept. Bringing people together, I don't think this needs explanation. No one in the history, to my knowledge, has brought people together as much as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has done. Number 7 on the list is new ideas. The concept of Hindavi Swaraj is basically a novel idea. It's innovation. Instead of telling people how I manage you, you let people know how to manage yourself, and you provide the safety and infrastructure around that, so that people are empowered to do things. That's a very innovative concept. And as I mentioned, that's before the democratic societies that existed in the modern societies in the world. In terms of customers, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was very clear who the customers are. There was no confusion about it. It's not the Jahagirdars, it's not the rich people, it's not the people who do businesses. They basically said customers are rare. Everyone is at the same level, regardless of how rich, poor you are, regardless of what caste, community, region, religion you come from. We are all same, and that's my customer. This is an amazing concept, and he was super clear on who my customers are. I'm not here to please somebody else. I'm not here to make money for myself. I'm here to serve my customer, and those customers are my rate. Build trust and loyalty, that's number 9 on the list. And this is another area where you don't need any explanation. You have the list of probably 200, maybe thousands of Maulas who were ready to die for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to accomplish his vision. And the list is enormous. Thanaji Malusare, Baji Prabhu Deshpande ji, Bairji Naik ji, Netaji Palkar ji. You just need these names to talk about loyalty. You don't need the stories, right? So if you look at the stories of every one of these, the way they sacrificed their life, the way they fought for until last second in their life to protect Hindavi Swaraj, to establish Hindavi Swaraj, it just cannot happen if there's no loyalty. The loyalty was super high in terms of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's priorities. And lastly is emotional intelligence. This is a skill that we generally tend to overlook. This is a new concept that people probably didn't establish in the last 20, 30 years. And the emotional intelligence talks about 4 different things: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. And on all these areas, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, I would score him as probably 10 out of 10, because that's the reason you are able to appeal to so many skills. You cannot do that if you don't have social skills, if you don't have empathy for people. Motivation. There's a reason he was able to motivate so many of the people. Self-awareness and then self-regulation. These are the skills that he has exemplified really well 400 years ago. So with that, as I mentioned, I wanted to put a modern spin to the historical lessons that we learn from the life of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. G.K. Sahib really mentioned that I'm the student of history, which is right way to describe it. I am not there to write new history. There are a lot of people out there and respected Mananiya people, Baba Sahib Purandaraji, Ninad Bedekar ji, Professor Namdev Jadhav ji. They have done a tremendous work. Vasi Bendre, of course, probably 100 years ago, he established something. The true literature of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, tremendous hats off to Vasi Bendre ji. So because of them, because of their hard work today, our generation is able to learn from that history. We are not scrambling to find out what's in the history. We have established history provided by all these Mananiya Lekhaks and historians I just mentioned, and there are a lot more on top of it. So we're learning from that history, trying to learn lessons from that history and apply in today's world. That's exactly what SMAP, Shivaji Maharaj America Parivar, is doing. Then I'll be really brief on this slide that talks about the 4 goals of Shivaji Maharaj America Parivar. These are derived from the life of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. These are the modern things that you need today to lead a very successful life: networking, unity, community service, and leadership. Networking, you always need to connect with people who are like-minded. You always need to expand your network so that more people know you. If you need something, there are people to help you out. If you run into some trouble, there are people who are guide you. If you need some advice, your network can tap into a network and they can help you out. So networking is really important today, especially the network of like-minded people. We all have a lot of respect for our history, for our heritage, and SMAP is connecting those leaders around to form a unified society across the world. Unity, as I mentioned, is really important. We live in a very diverse society, especially in work in America. We have people from different walks of life, different countries they came from, different religions, practices they follow, different age groups, male, female. It's a diversified group that we all manage. And unless we all have the sense of unity, it just doesn't work. It becomes dysfunctional at work. Community service, this is a part of life that we all owe to the community that has given us so much, made us big, good people in society. And then lastly, leadership. One of the things that really not taught to people is leadership. We are all asked to figure out ourselves the leadership skills. But at the end of the day, we all have to be leader in life at some point in time. We are a leader of our family. Even if we don't take leadership role in the community, we are a leader of our family. Our children are looking at us as a leader. So if you have a proper skill of leadership, what matters in life, what value system is important, you become a good leader for your children, become a good leader for your society, good leader in the organization that you work. So it's really important for us to nurture that. And that is one of our goals. We are also using Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and other leaders, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Rani Lakshmibai, Maharaja Krishna Dev Rai, Maharana Pratap, Chavan. We're using them as a role model. We had made a similar contribution to protect our culture for centuries and exemplified similar characteristics at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So that's it. I'll just walk you through next few pages in a few seconds. This is our leadership team in Los Angeles and US actually. This is the entire US wide, different chapters that I mentioned earlier. This is the LA core team. This is a global team. We are, as I mentioned, trying to connect people globally who share our interest, who share our belief, who share that there's a need for our generation to know more about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, learn from our own history as opposed to learning strategy, management skill from Western societies and Western philosophers. Nothing wrong about them. That's one way of looking at history, one way of looking at management. But if I have a tremendous literature of strategy and management in my history. Why would I not use that? And in fact, at some point in time, it's probably much superior than the literature that you come across. They're not self-centered leaders. They were selfless leaders who worked for the society. And there's a lot that can be learned from our own history in terms of management strategy, and we should leadership as well. So that's pretty much it. This is the endorsement, Governor of State of Georgia. You could see a lot of celebrities. Swamiji, we have a lecture with Swami Govinda Dev Giriji next week on leadership topics. And I think that's pretty much it. So just to summarize what I just said, I think Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj provides an inspiration to many people and have been doing that for the last nearly 4 centuries. That's incredible. And if we read the history, if we respect the history, try to learn lessons from the history, I'm sure all the big problems that you see, my technology is not working, my traffic is too heavy on my way to work, I can guarantee you that those problems will look really tiny for you, and you'll focus more on positive things in life, make things happen, as opposed to crying about the things why they're bad. Let's try to solve the problems, as opposed to talk about the problems and not do anything about it. So with that, I will just end here. And thank you again. Truly appreciate you guys listening to me. And if you believe in the cause, please join us. Thank you very much. Juji, back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Patil sir. It's a very intelligently and very inspirationally you have explained the 10 parts of the life of Sri Raja Shiva Chhatrapati. Excellent. It's very nicely and mostly members have enjoyed this. Now, on that point number 1 and point number 10, there is one question came.
Yeah.
That question I will tell you that cause of impact of emotional impact on the Shivaji Maharaj from the beginning. Is that impact he has used to make the relationship between the Rayat and between him? Is that because of that the Rayat become impressed with him like this?
So I think there's a lot that can be said about how Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj connected to Rayat. But I would give most of the credit to Veer Mata Jidabai. Veer Mata Jidabai told Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj the strong heroic stories of from our history. And then when he saw firsthand as a child, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, that all the people have no justice. People are coming from foreign places and literally attacking you, taking your wealth, and not offering any protection to poor innocent people. So you definitely have that emotional connection with your own people who are getting harassed for absolutely no fault of theirs, and they are just regarded as really having no help to go to, no hope for anything. So that became, as a child, a big part of his life, of course, with the lessons from Veer Mata Jidabai. And he makes his as a goal to, one, connect more people, expand his own idea to a lot of other people, get them together. And if nobody's coming and helping me out here, let us, a small group of people, try to figure out a network where we all can help each other out, where we all can protect each other out. And that goes back to building relationship with the Rayat, that I'm here to help you, right? And then when their children who are young and energetic, they said, okay, now I have Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj who's willing to help our society, absolutely for no personal benefit. And then they would go and then join the Hindavi Swaraj. So your force is expanding quite a bit, just because giving this dream of I'm here to help everyone. And that's how you form that initial network using a combination of emotional intelligence skill, social skill, right? Empathy. You of course have empathy for people. You're motivating them. You are self-aware of what you're doing, and then you are self-regulating yourself, meaning you are not misusing the power that you have. You are not misusing the money that you get from the Rayat. Because at some point in time, remember, the Swaraj had almost 360 to 380 forts, right? Huge empire at the peak of the Swaraj. And anyone might have said, I have so much wealth, I have so much thing, why would I care? Let me just use this. That never happened. Every penny that came from Rayat was accounted for, right? The wealth didn't matter. What mattered is cause, and people see it. Because people see it, and Maharaj being so humble, so willing to meet with people despite how many forts I have, that didn't matter at all. And those things really provide more energy, more atmosphere of growth for the Swaraj than just a simple king doing this for himself. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I think the answer member is hopefully he is happy with this explanation. Very nice explanation, sir. Thank you very much. Another question came this about the decision making. About the decision making of Raja Shiva Chhatrapati. Is he was taking his own decisions? Yeah, he was sometimes keeping faith on younger people than him to take the decisions, and the impact of the decision and responsibility fully he was accepting or not.
That's actually a really great question. Actually, it's a really good question. Decision making is a complex process. Generally, some people make decision on their own based on guts. Some people make decision based on information that you trust. So Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj has Bahirji Naikji, head of intelligence department, probably one of the greatest heads of CIA type intelligence department in the world that I can think of, who had really good information about all the Mohims. So he will gather that information from Bahirji Naik and all the 1600 employees that Bahirji Naikji had in his department. So you gather that information, and then once you gather information, you make a strategic decision. You make a strategic decision that I want to do this, right? I want to go and recapture my Kondana that I lost already, right? And then once you make that strategic decision, you offer that strategic decision to your Tanaji Malusare, right? In this case, and say, okay, Tanaji, you have to go and get the Kondana back. Now, all other decisions, how to get the Kondana back, were made by Tanaji, whereas the strategic decision was made by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So the decision making wasn't like, I'm the king, let me make all the decisions. Absolutely not. The decision making was strategically, this is important for us. Now I have a trusted, loyal friends around me who are equally powerful to make decisions, equally powerful, equally committed to in the Swaraj. And Raji Prabhuji, Tanaji, right? You look at all these names, they were empowered to make their own decisions as well. Not every time they will ask Maharaj Mehta Kai Karu, right? If you think about it, if they had done that, Kondala Postlo Maharaj Mehta Kai Karu, if you do that, it just doesn't happen. They were empowered to make decisions in their own capacity when they were executing those directions. The strategic decision was still made by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj as the founder of Hindavi Swaraj. And that's the beauty of it. This is incredible way of...
It's a very, very intelligent beauty of his kingdom. And
exactly. You need that today, actually.
And I remember another one event in his life that Aurangzeb has arrested him and Raja Sambhaji. They met and they went to meet him, and he arrested him and he kept in the lock, both of them. And because of the small age of the Sambhaji Raje, Aurangzeb gave him some freedom somehow to go outside, to move somewhere here, there, like this.
Correct.
And this idea was not to Shivaji Raje, that Sambhaji Raje is going here, there. And when he came to know, then one day Sambhaji Raje came to meet him, and then Shivaji Raje asked him that Raje, how you are going to outside? Then he says that we have to make some diplomacy. And you start to make illness, so you will get also benefit. I make the same policy, and then he gave idea to Shivaji Raje that become a illness, will become a sick, and then you will get the same relief what I am getting.
Yeah.
In that, he kept faith on this what Sambhaji gave him idea, and then he become a Sikh, and he told he gave message to Aurangzeb that I am Sikh and I need fruits and sweets and everything. And then Aurangzeb demands fruits and sweets, everything. In that, Sambhaji Raja gave him that sit inside and go back.
You
And
bring up a
this-
great point.
And this impact that he kept a very younger and small Sambhaji Raje, and he kept faith on his what he gave the idea, and it becomes very successful. And in that, Sambhaji Raje told that Ma Sahib will give you some blessings. And when Shivaji Raje came back, Jizamata gave him one extra fort by winning that fort from the Adil Shah. So in that, that impacts are going repeatedly on his mind, on his vision, on his intelligence. I feel that maybe this will be the good example of the Shivaji Raje, that he was not egoic. What you says now, sir, that his customer is Rayat, and he was ready to do everything for the Rayat.
Exactly.
So he was not egoic. So what Sambhaji gave him idea, he kept faith on him. Otherwise, now we are observing that fathers are saying that what don't teach me,
Correct.
don't tell me. But he didn't do that. He didn't behave like this. He respect to Sambhaji what he said. Maybe he is a very intelligent merit of this great king. I think.
So
I
that's
feel,
good.
na?
Exactly. So let's to add to that. This is the skill. This is talk about the application of skill, right? So today, if you look at our life today, like my son is probably the same, 12 years old now. Sambhaji was 9.5 back then. So sometimes we take it for granted. We think mulala kai karta, he doesn't know much about it, and not in a negative way, but in a positive way. That bichara lahan mulga, he's still innocent. He doesn't know much about it. We don't listen to kids, and they are smart. They sometimes come up with really good ideas, and this is a skill of a really intelligent person to listen to anybody. So whether it's a chota mulga hai ki motha mulga hai, whether he's senior or not, it's not clear. So somebody senior, let me listen to you. Somebody junior, your idea is not idea. And every idea is a great idea. This is a good example of it, where Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj listened to his 9 words of Sambhaji Maharaj saying, idea khub changli hai. Let me execute on it. Let me think about it. And this is the winning skill that we all need today. We have to pay attention, respect everyone's opinion. Think about it. If it makes sense, you should go with it. And if it doesn't, that's fine. It's just an idea that somebody threw up. Just move on to the new idea. But we don't put the idea down because somebody is small kid, right? And this is a really good lesson that we can even use today for our regular life. We generally don't do that.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Then another, I will ask you one question.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Now, in India, now, apart from this, our just discussion, now, just recently in India, there is one new educational policy they have declared. The government of India has declared. And full structure is changed from the junior KG to 12th standard, 11th standard, like this. And they cut one board exam, and now final exam will be on the 12th only. Board exam will be on the 12th. And till they are confused about the ICSE and CBSE, maybe that board also will be demolished, and only one board they will keep. In that, now they have made the 4 stages of the this syllabus, considering the brain capacity of the children. In this syllabus, considering that the stages, 4 stages, you have 5 stages. if we bifurcate the Shivaji Maharaj leadership, these 10 points, and if we bifurcate in that 4-year 5 syllabus, what you say, sir, before that the leadership skill we have to improve in the children's. I think if we match this syllabus in that 4 categories, automatically children will become the leader, and the massive intelligent peoples and massive intelligent leadership will come out.
Correct.
I feel because the 10 points are very intellectual and intelligent. If we give this now to children's, and what Jijamata gave to Shivaji, and
Right.
Dadoji Konde gave to Shizari, as per
Exactly.
his intelligence, they gave him some examples, they gave him some stories, they gave him Ramayana Mahabharata like this, and he became the world leader. And at the age of 45, 218 ports he win, not a joke, sir.
Right.
He started at the 16, and at the 45 means around 30 years span, he win around 218.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
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 Continue.
So that means around 7 to 8 ports per year. 7 to 8 means around every 2 months now he was winning 1 port. If we calculate the,
Yeah.
this is a massive, tremendous, phenomenal.
Yeah.
In 2 months he is winning 1 port. It is a phenomenal.
Correct. Correct.
If we give this impact to all our coming generations, years by years, as per their academic year, don't you feel that like these leaders will come out in the next generation?
100%. No question about it. Education is really, really important in life. I'm not saying something that's rocket science. We all know education is important, right? But my point is more about the type of education, right? If you teach your kids a particular type of like science from a very early age, no wonder they're going to have advantage over some other students because they learn science so early in their age. Mathematics, same exact example thing. Leadership, emotional intelligence skills, right? The moment we teach them early in the life, the better they become at that particular skill. So education is really important, what you teach your children. And I 100% agree. We generally look at Western style, right? Western literature, Western management, and all the Western societies to guide us on education, which I don't think is the right strategy. I think your right strategy should be learn from your own history.
We are starting now. That next year, more academic year, it will be started. I think these 10 merits of the Shivaji Rajena, it will be also more that we cannot cover all these points to that 14 years, 13 years.
Correct.
Because very phenomenal skills are these.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, some of the things that you see in India and around the world as well are the things that are really bothering me, right? Discrimination, right? The politics on the name of caste and religions and these things. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj just collapsed all that. Said no, everybody's Rayat is everybody. And I'm here.
The word you used for Rayatna, it's a really great word, because in that Rayat, no caste, no creed, no anything is coming.
Correct.
He was treating to everyone the same.
Correct.
He was considering Rayat only.
Yep, absolutely. And I think the concept I touched upon earlier called merit-based society. It's really important. It's really important for all of us to understand that the next generation, the 21st century, is all about merit. Trust me, if you are smart intellectually to figure out a new innovative way of doing things, no matter which caste, region you came from, you could change the world. And you see that in Silicon Valley. Nobody is going to ask you which caste you came from when you're inventing Google, right? But Google is changing the whole world for everybody, not for a particular community. And unless you have this universal view of humanity, universal view of the world that you teach children at an early age, it doesn't happen. You just become self-centered and small, narrow in terms of your views if you don't get the broader exposure. So teaching more lessons like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he lived his life. Think about it. I mean, I was telling somebody a few days ago that it's too bad that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's life was only 50 years. But then I look at my life, I'm already mid-40s now. And I'm like, man, I'm already in mid-40s. What have I done in my life? Not much, right? Compared to what Shivaji Maharaj has done. So you feel like so humble and say, you know, I still have a long way to go. I still have to do more work on community service. I still have to give back to the community. I haven't given back much. I've got a lot from the society, got the education from the society, right? A lot of things that I can offer. So these are the lessons that we should pass it on to the next generation from childhood and say, what are you doing to do your role in the society? Not just take from the society. What are you giving back to the society?
First, he created the trust in the Rayat. That and he never used me, that I will make this, I will make war. Never he used. I think in his life. He says, we will do everything.
Yes.
This is our.
Yeah.
That trust, I think it's a phenomenal. It becomes phenomenal.
Absolutely. We are really fortunate to have Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj as icon coming from our land, Maharashtra. Think about it.
It is
All
our
Maharashtrians
land.
should be so proud that we gave this world something that world hasn't thought about. 350 varshapurvi, the world was completely different. There was no cell phones. There was no electricity.
तो एक देवाचा चमत्कारच म्हणावा लागेल किंवा असं एक
Correct. No question. Yeah. But what we could do to do our part is learn from what Maharaj has done. Learn from Maharana Pratapji, right? Has a similar history in that area. We really haven't learned lessons from our own leaders and say, you know, I can live my life differently if I just read their life stories, and that's good enough for me.
And because of this trust, now this Tanaji Malusare, Baji Prabhu Deshpande, this Bahirji Naik, Esaji Kanka, Dhanaji, Santaji Dhanaji, all these people now, they have sacrificed for him because they know that this is only for us. What he is doing only for us.
Correct.
So they sacrifice and they kept him alive. That because of him only they are doing all these things. Because otherwise, before him, the atmosphere was totally different.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when he gave the trust to the Rayat that we will do this, we will come out from this area, we will do by this way, by this way, by this way. And whatever the Rayat was giving him information, he was keeping trust on them.
Correct.
And he never find that he is misguided, misinformation he got. He never. Because of, I think he trust only now, because of this trust now, he gave him lot of things, lot of ideas, lot of intelligent people, trustworthy people to create this Swarajya and Swarajya. I feel that.
No, absolutely. I think you are absolutely right. And if I apply that lesson in today's world, right? So the reason Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was able to capture, as you said, two on an average, 2 forts a year, is empowering other. One person cannot do all this. You need to create more people like you who are empowered to do things for the Swaraj, and things will happen, right? And this is a really important skill in office today. Right, when you have you have a department of 100 people, right? So in that 100 people, if you tell them what to do, they probably, some of the people will do it, some of the people will do it half-heartedly. But if you empower them and bring them along with your vision, say, you know, we're going to build this company, we're going to build this technology, and then you are empowered to do what you want to do to make this happen. That's a different message. When people are empowered, the work gets done. When people are not empowered, you're telling them what to do, they're not with you. And that's a really important skill. How do we empower people? And you cannot do that in a self-centered way. You said, okay, you do the work for me and I get promoted. No, it doesn't work. We all do the work. We all get promoted. We all get happiness and satisfaction in life. It's just not about me personally. It's about us together. And you said it right. You never said I. You always said we. Right? Huge difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he was considering animals also, horse, this elephant, all this, because at the time of Kondana, that another creature, she was not able to catch that stones and like this. He told to that creature, Tanaji, that you have to catch it. You have to do, because Raja gave me this work. So that just as he gave trust, transfer the trust to that creature, immediately she catch that stone. And all that Maole, that soldiers went up and they win that fort.
Right.
So that trust was in the animals also. Yeah, I feel that just now when we are talking, you are telling me something, na? I realized that this trust was with animals also, because that elephants, horse, because that Aurangzeb and these people are sending thousands of horses and elephants and like this. These people have only 150, 200 only that animals. On that power, on that basis only, they are winning the war. Yeah, they are winning the force. It's really magical.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely.
It's really magical. So now I think there is no any question. So,
Good. Thank you very much.
So thank you, पाटील साहेब. तुम्ही खूप वेळ काढला आमच्यासाठी. महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ बहारीन आणि शिवाजी महाराज अमेरिकन परिवारासाठी आपले दोघांचेही संयुक्त सभासद. मला वाटते सगळेजण अतिशय आनंदित किंवा वैचारिक दृष्ट्या सुद्धा त्यांना एक खूप चांगलं खाद्य मिळालेलं आहे. आणि तुम्ही तुमचा एवढा बिझी वेळ सुद्धा आम्हाला दिलात, त्याबद्दल तुमचा खूप खूप आभारी आहे. महाराष्ट्र सांस्कृतिक मंडळ कार्यकारिणी समिती प्रेसिडेंट श्री गजानन कोलगडे साहेब यांनी पण हा एक कार्यक्रम समजून आणला. आणि याच्यातला एक अतिशय दुग्ध शर्करा योग निर्माण झाला की आपण भारतीय स्वातंत्र्य दिनाच्या पूर्वसंध्येला ज्या विभूतीच्या पदस्पर्शांना महाराष्ट्र निर्माण झाला, किंवा हा सेतू हिमाचल टू संपूर्ण भारतमध्ये, त्याच्या मॅनेजमेंट, त्या विभूतीच्या शासकीय प्रशासकीय मॅनेजमेंट स्किलसाठी आपण चर्चा केली आणि तुम्ही अतिशय समर्पकपणे आम्हाला माहिती दिली. माझ्या मते खऱ्या अर्थानं भारतीय स्वातंत्र्य दिन आपण आज साजरा करतोय असं मला वाटतंय.
Good. Thank you very much. आपल्या सगळ्यांचे धन्यवाद आणि आभार.
धन्यवाद राजूजी आणि विजयजी. धन्यवाद राजूजी आणि विजयजी. खरं आज आपण हा योग जो आहे मंडळाच्या माध्यमातून जोडून आणला आहे आणि स्वातंत्र्य दिनाच्या या माध्यमातून मी जे आहे सर्वांना शुभेच्छा देतो. बहरीन महाराष्ट्र मंडळातर्फे, कार्यकारिणी 1920 तर्फे व मी गजानन विश्वनाथ कोलगाडे GK तर्फे. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र. भेटूया अशाच वेगळ्या कार्यक्रमामध्ये. पाहत राहा. उद्या इंडिपेंडेंट डेचा हा दुसरा एक एपिसोड आम्ही एक चित्रकला घेऊन येत आहे, जे 15 ऑगस्टच्या निमित्ताने असणार आहे. धन्यवाद. नमस्कार. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र. नमस्कार.